Correct, it's not Monday. Hello. I've got a lot of water with me today. Yeah, it's not Monday. Cause I'm streaming today, cause I've got a thing going on tomorrow evening, and I really wanted to play more of this. I'm looking at my screen up here that has the game on it. Hello, welcome. Apologies if my voice sounds a little funky. I worked a double shift yesterday and my voice was very tired at the end of that, so it's still maybe recovering a little bit. So I may not voice Monokuma as emphatically as I often do. But no, I really wanted to make sure I got another stream of this in. And yeah, I'm excited. How you guys doing? Well, my partner, I know how you're doing. You woke up, you're a little cold, stuff like that. I do sound a little shot. Yeah, a little bit. That's why I have the mega bottle with me. Next to my head for comparison. I am not sponsored, so we're gonna go ahead and cover that up. No. But no, yeah. I think my voice is the most tired thing from yesterday. And that's to be expected when I'm having to do a lot of talking and a lot of specifically high energy acting talking. That's the big thing. All right. So my microphone's going to end up being a little bit closer to me. You fell asleep last stream, or was I disappointed? I wasn't. You as Lucy Bell. Yeah. God, I'm gonna hit an Acme character that does that to me at some point, aren't I? Well, we'll see. You fell asleep last stream. That's totally okay. You don't got to apologize for that. I'm sad about who died, but I wouldn't say I was disappointed, because I was kind of expecting it. Bob said I'd be good as Frank. Ooh, that'd be fun. But yeah, Aisha, to answer your question, sorry, I don't know why the word answer took me a few tries. I wouldn't say I'm disappointed in who died, but I'm not happy. Like, I saw it coming, especially after the big reveal and everything. But you know what? We know who's dead, and we've still got a mystery to solve. So let me actually. There. That thing is on in the background now. Alright. Alright. Hi. Everything. I was looking at my own face cam and I just wanted to make sure I looked alright. Okay. There we go. Agora possible go for it by looking good on stream. Alright. Let me go ahead and grab my controller here, and we will get moving. There it is. Alright. We've got a classic murder mystery trope here. Still sad about that. Alright. We've got ourselves a locked room murder. Hi, Kyoko. What do you have to say? For Sakura to have been killed. Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
It's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? How old am I? I'm not going to be specific, early 20s. But I don't feel the need to be specific right now. I think I've got that posted on social media, but that's not the point of the stream. Yeah, bit of an odd question. Yeah. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry for feeling a little uncomfortable with that. That's a weird question. I'd rather you hadn't asked it, I'll be honest. Why? Yeah, why though? Why? That's a weird thing to just ask. Whatever. It's not like a necessary thing to have an age range for your streamers. I mean, right. Must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
I mean, you've been to a bunch of these streams before, I feel like. Yeah, you have. Even if you didn't mean to cause offense, it's just a weird and uncomfortable question, and that's not a question that should really be asked mid-stream, sort of a thing. Even if causing offense wasn't the intention, it made me very uncomfortable. I'll talk to Aoi over here.
What the heck?
I already know who did it. Yakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. We couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure until finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon? The Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry. She just wanted to talk to them. Thank you for apologizing for that. Please don't. Please don't. Yeah. That's just a thing with, I think, really with any streamer. Yeah. The question made me uncomfortable, and thank you for apologizing for it. Doesn't take back the fact that it was asked. Yes. Yep, exactly. Well put, hun. Yeah. This is what happened. If I'd stopped her by force even, this never would have happened. Oh, Aoi. Hina. It's impossible to not have regrets, I know. Aoi's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. She's given a lot of accounts for a bunch of the different crimes that I feel like I've had Aoi's account for a lot of things. The fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place that she ended up dying. Might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
Oh, that's... Do you recognize it, Hina? Well, yeah, I mean... I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Show had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave the candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much? But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now they've lost all their flavor. Hina. Polka dot candy wrapper has been added to truth bullets. Interesting. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. the glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Glass shards on the floor has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Huh? There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Figure on the floor has been added to truth bullets. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of blow to the head that Sakura suffered. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she also vomited blood. And I could see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Status of Sakura's body. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. But, Byakuya,
that's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. It does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. Yeah. Oh! There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle there's some kind of Monokuma figure. Oh, there's space for 2 that aren't there. Ooh, interesting. What I'm wondering is, how'd they get those figures inside the bottles?
So...
It's no different from your standard chip in a bottle. Huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? You've never seen that? Oh, yeah, maybe I have.
In other words...
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Monokuma bottle has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass which probably started out as a bottle, which means Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. Oh! Well, hello. There's a bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf. Byakuya does something out of pocket in this trial, by the way. Oh, no. Byakuya, I love fishing Togami. What are you about to do? It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Magazine shelf bloodstain has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. MILF. Man, I love fishing. God damn right. I can investigate the magazine shelf. Let's take a look. Same shelf full of magazines, and that's it. Oh. Huh? The locker's open. And there on the inside, it's a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
Looks quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locker room was opened, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Huh? Why not?
Hey.
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
Indeed.
There's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean? Locker handprint has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Interesting. Well, yeah, there's Byakuya Togami. Let me investigate the other items in here first. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So...
Looks like a protein drink. And it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. Reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the Chem Lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. Huh? What is?
Hey,
You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. Part of the window that I broke to get inside.
correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can. They're also underneath it. Why does that matter?
So,
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. An important clue? I'm not sure I see how. Someone planted that protein drink bottle then. Someone planted that there on the ground after the window had been broken.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her here in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. And it's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? Ew. So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go to see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay. Thanks. Byakuya's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section. Okay. Let me just make sure. Yes. Yeah, I've investigated everything in here. I need to examine the crime scene as much as possible. It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma files, Sakura died around 12 noon. It's roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving alter ego? What else am I missing in here then? This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. I have to investigate the door. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. There was no evidence the door or the chair had been tampered with or anything like that, so the killer must have created the locked room from the inside, not from the outside. Rec room door. If there really is no other way into or out of the rec room, could Sakura have just put the chair there herself?
listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then,
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Oh, I want to go investigate the chem lab. Alright. Well, if they're back in their rooms, then I can go and check on... It's Hiro and Sho, right? Oh, Taka. Mondo Makoto. Byakuya Sayaka. Junko. Toko! Oh no, it's the other sound. I pressed the doorbell. Doo-doo. And after a few seconds... Huh?
Who's there?
Who's there? Oh, it's voiced. The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Thanks, Makoto.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something? I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said two, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Toko's account. Alright, and let's find Aoi, Sakura, Leon, Yasuhiro. There he is. I press the doorbell. After a few seconds.
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you, need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How'd you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened within you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me yourself that she wanted Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh! Well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She
How about that?
She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. This is super suspicious. Holy shit. So then you went and met with Sakura?
You got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
Last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at
I haven't
me.
seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro was feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Sorry. Looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something floated to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh? Uh-oh. Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry. There's just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash? Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash. I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. Where should I start? Where to start, you say? Let's head to the chem lab! Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes, sir, I understand. Whoa. Something's going on the floor there. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. Should probably take a closer look at it. Looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? Looks like the bottle has a label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. And this powder must have been spilled. That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source of the powder has been added to the truth bullet section. So we've got the source of the powder. We've got clearly someone scrounging around to collect it. And we've got some footprints to investigate. Broken bottle. It's this. Okay. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. Speaking of footprints, there's a bunch right over here. And they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen. Well, let's go. Chop chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me? So when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left those footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
Certainly
Makoto, are they yours? No!
What?
Okay, let me see your shoes. I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. And these prints are a really valuable clue. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. The remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. And it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Footprints in the powder. Let's see, what's on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. What is Chem C9 doing there? Excuse me? The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. We've got Chem A1, A2, A something else. C9! All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. Except for one, right fucking there. Section A. Huh? But wait. There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Did someone have put it here on accident? So on this shelf is... It looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kinda harsh?
What?
What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. I guess I consider this section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. On this shelf is... One look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. There's 2 other bottles labeled Chem C9. I guess I can consider this part Section C. Let's try to find out more about this shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. A has dietary supplements, B has reagents, and C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on there. Chem Lab shelf has been added to the Truth Bullet section. I've already taken a good look at the Chem Lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. And so I shall. And so I shall. Leave the area. Okay. Things are shaping up to be suspicious for sure. Why did Hiro have one of the candy wrappers that Hina claims only she has access to?
Hey.
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me. I see. So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. Hiro was mad suspicious about it, though. That's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, I've made progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You do well to look over one more time. My suspicions right now are actually on Hiro because he's being mad sus. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Huh? This magazine's upside down. Someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey.
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is... On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in blood. Bold, bloody letters. And it said... Toko. Could this be... a dying message? Oh no.
Correct.
Now it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this...
So...
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message.
However...
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that... That says... Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We could use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, that makes me that much more suspicious. Magazine dying message. I'm with Makoto on that one. That seems a little too easy. That seems a little too easy. Monokuma bottles. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new. Something new.
Hey.
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. Correlation. Pawn, rook, knight, bishop, queen, king. The queen bottle is missing, and the knight bottle is what I found. Hey, Kyoko, could you just tell me what it is?
So...
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer? I do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree? Monokuma bottle has been updated. Yeah, so in the bottles are chess pieces. We've got the pawn, the rook, the knight, which is the figure I found on the floor. The bishop is still there. The queen is missing. and the king is still there.
Hey,
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
anyway.
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces, too. Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that? I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya's not here, so...
So then.
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. Housekeeper Makoto, alright. And just as I finished up... Sorry to keep you waiting.
So then.
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. What kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words.
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? That's Chisa Yukizome's job? Someone I don't know yet? Oh wait, is it from 2? Am I gonna meet them next game? One of the Monokuma bottles is still intact. 3. Got it. Gotcha. Why do you want to do that? Oh, the anime. Fair. That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen.
First, let's compare the weight of the two of the normal Monokuma bottles. It's balanced,
In other words.
which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
So then.
Now here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out, or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
So then.
Okay, then let's give it a try. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words.
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together.
Hey.
And I believe you'll arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. Monokuma bottle experiment has been added to my truth bullets. Were both missing bottles used and then the other figure was taken? I need to examine the body again. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
Just a second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but
Hey.
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
Whew.
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to, although there are still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you...
So.
Imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry. Never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, look here. Her shoes?
Correct.
See that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1. Yellow powder. Oh, like the stuff from the chem lab.
Hey.
Next is the wound to her head. Look
It's
carefully.
true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot. Let me just explain.
It seems.
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. Both bottles were used. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing. Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Kyoko's examination summary. I can't believe she was able to learn all of that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Oh dear. Let's get this ball a-rolling.
Whoops, you caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake.
Thanks, Monokuma.
Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right?
Monokuma's such a fucking
Please
goober.
go through the red
What a
door
weirdo.
on the first floor of the school.
Just a fucking goober.
See you soon.
Silly little man. Alright. It's already time. The mystery of the locked room is only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the trial. No. Not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Walking up to that red door never gets old, honestly. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up, one after another. God, there's so few of us now. And then... the ultimate martial artist! A locked room murder mystery! Wink! What the... Oh, I just recently discovered the power of emoticons! Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. XD. God. Why he like this? Why he like this? Why is he like this? Why is he this way? This is just plain creepy.
Well,
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends? He's right. That does make it seem sad.
I can't wait.
Now then,
can't wait.
please get on the elevator. Oh, I'll see you all down there. He's fucking dancing. That's what he's doing. What a fucking goober. What a fucking weirdo. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer. The one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet someone killed her. And that person is here. That person is one of us. Come on. It's time to put an end to this. I made my way toward the elevator. With each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close and felt it begin its sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower. And as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. No Celeste, no Sakura. I know, I'm crying. And the fact that, like, this is gonna happen again. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one last classmate again? Or will your school life come to an end completely? Now then, are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A judgment, a deception, a betrayal. A riddle, a defense, a faith, a class trial. Save my game. Here we fucking go. Set skills real quick. Lost in Thought. Increase the time limit for each phase. That's nice. I think I've got everything I currently have unlocked I now have equipped. Open the handbook. Let's just go over all of our evidence now. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There's evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from a violent vomiting of blood. A chair had been jammed against the door to the rec room, blocking access from the outside. It is believed that the killer did this to create a locked room scenario. Sakura was found dead and seated in a chair, slumped forward. Traces of blood were found around her mouth, presumably from where she vomited blood. However, there was no injury or indication as to why she would have vomited blood. A bloodstain was found on the front of the shelf of the magazines. The blood is presumed to be Sakura's. There is currently no explanation for how a bloodstain would have appeared so far away from where the victim was found. At one point, Aoi had been injured and taken to the nurse's office. After she was taken care of, she gave a piece of candy to Sakura which had this type of wrapper. According to Aoi, she had monopolized this candy as soon as it had become available, so obtaining a piece would have been difficult to impossible. There were pieces of red glass scattered near the table in the rec room. After finding the top and bottom pieces, it was concluded the shards must have come from a bottle. A Monokuma figure was found lying on the rec room floor. It would fit roughly in the palm of your hand. There are a number of red bottles on a shelf in the rec room. Inside each is a Monokuma figure. Additionally, there seems to be some kind of correlation between the bottles. An empty protein drink was found near the rec room door. The container had a label reading Chem A2. The shards of glass from the window that was broken to get into the rec room were found both around and underneath the container. A fresh handprint was found on the inside of the rec room's open locker. Since the locker was open before they opened the locked room, there's no way someone was hiding in there before we arrived. Sakura had written notes to Toko, Byakuya, and Yasuhiro asking them to meet her in the rec room by noon. She had slid these notes underneath each person's room door. And Hiro claimed that she had told him in person. So either Aoi is not entirely honest here, or Hiro is not entirely honest here. Byakuya confirmed that he received Sakura's note, but also claimed he never went to see her, and in fact had not seen her at all that day. Byakuya confirming that the notes were given out. Toko confirmed that she received Sakura's note, but also claimed that she never went to see her. A small bit of garbage accidentally fell out of Yasuhiro's pocket. It was a piece of paper with red polka dots on it. Just to double check. Red polka dot candy wrapper. Yep. Yeah, that tracks. Yellow powder was found on the instep of Sakura's foot. Alright. Sakura suffered 2 blows to the head, not 1. No blood was found on either of her hands. All of the Monokuma bottles appear to be roughly the same weight. However, when the bottle shards were weighed against an intact bottle, the shards were found to be heavier. On the magazine shelf, one magazine had been put back upside down. Inside this magazine, Toko's name had been written in blood. It is assumed that whoever wrote it used their finger to do so. On the shelf in the chem lab, Section A contains supplements, Section B contains reagents, and Section C contains harmful chemicals. A bottle of poison labeled as Section C had been placed in Section A on the shelf. There was a broken bottle on the front of the chem lab shelf, which was labeled Chem C4. The powder on the floor is assumed to have come from this. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled after the incident took place. According to Byakuya. After the incident took place? Hang on. That casts a doubt on Byakuya a little bit. Because if that was spilled after the event took place, how would Sakura have some of that powder on her shoe? Unless anyone stepped on her shoe. Someone killed her, went back up to the chem lab and stepped in the powder and went back to step on her foot? Hang. We'll get back. We'll circle back to that in the trial, I have no doubt. Someone had left footprints in the powder spilled in the chem lab. These footprints appeared only near the leftmost section of the shelf. From this, it can be assumed that the suspect only had business in this area. Wait a minute. Hiro and Toko did not stay in the rec room with us. As we were investigating and as Kyoko was telling me all the different things about a locked room mystery, Hiro and Toko were not in the room. Byakuya, Aoi, Kyoko, myself, Makoto, were all there. Hiro or Toko could have gone back up to the rec room to get the protein bottle from that side of the shelf, come back, and drop it through the broken window, thereby leaving the bottle on top of the shards of glass. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did I just galaxy brain something? I might have just galaxy brained something a little bit. We're gonna just go ahead with the trial. I may have just galaxy brained something.
A basic explanation of the class trial. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the
Yes,
wrong,
yes,
then
we
I'll
know, we
punish
know, we
everyone
know.
now then.
We already know who did it.
Confusler, yes. Because I genuinely, I think I kind of galaxy brained something a little bit. Aoi is going in real hard on a whole lot of people here. But she was really close to Sakura. Right now, I don't know if that really...
Whoa, deja vu.
Yeah, she also did this last
The one who
time.
killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
She is going real hard again. But she also did this last time. When it looks obvious, Hina goes in hard. And we know that from when it looked obvious that Hiro was Robo Justice in the last trial. We know that.
Nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I'd never kill someone. No way.
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that one of those three is the killer. She must have some reason for believing that. Let's find out. Woof. Aoi's account.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
How do I select truth bullet? Let me, before we go in, let me double check what Aoi's account is so I know what I'm... Had written notes to Toko, Byakuya, and Yasukiro asking her to meet her in the rec room. She slid the notes underneath each person's room door.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low.
It's
That's
not
as
the only
low
reason.
as you can get.
Yep. Yep.
It was one of you. One of you killed.
And what reason
Because you hated her.
is that it? That doesn't make it.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
Oh, I missed.
That's about as
I pressed the
low
wrong
as you
button.
can get.
I pressed the... I forgot what button actually fires the truth bullet. Shit.
It was one of
All
you.
right.
One of you killed.
And what reason
Because you hated her.
is that it?
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
Bam. That's not the only reason we have to accuse you three.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
There it is.
And that was right before she died.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
I really hope it's not Hina. I really hope there's not a big turnaround with that. Does that mean one of them did it? Right back into the action! Make your argument. This time with pocket trash. The wrapper. The candy wrapper.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw it.
No, that's wrong.
Hang on. Hang on, hero.
Hiro, When we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember?
Mm-hmm.
It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Hero.
Polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's
No.
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, Hero,
Where did you get that piece of candy? Where did you?
Sakura! It's the only explanation.
I want. Where did you get it, Hero?
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When did she give it to you?
Yeah.
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
Smooth, buddy. But what Hero said can't be right, because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. The reason I know that is because when Sakura got that candy.
I'm not sure about that, Hero. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office.
Yeah.
So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
It's not looking good for Hero, but it never really ends up being the person that gets piled on at the beginning of the trial.
I mean, what I
Just
meant
say,
was,
damn it, Hero? Excuse me? Huh?
Oh, that's right. I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
That makes you a very clear suspect.
Starting hostility.
Yeah, and where is this coming
Well,
from?
we just talked. That's all. I didn't do anything. You gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
Yeah, a lot of suspicion. Where's any proof to back it up?
Acting incredibly suspicious.
Classic.
It's not just
Hostility.
normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Proof? What are you talking
Is he about to mention the magazine?
I'm talking about her shining message.
How do you know about the magazine, Hero?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
Hero, how do you know about the magazine?
Dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
How do you know about that?
That's true. I saw it for myself.
He was never in the crime scene. How does he know about that?
See? Toko did it.
What are you saying?
No. How the fuck do you know about that,
Don't know
Hero?
when you're beat, do ya?
Hero?
Hero, hold on.
Hold on.
When did you see that dying message of hers?
Fuck yeah. How would you know about it?
Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall,
Hina was very adamant about you.
keeping you away from the scene of the
Holy
crime.
shit, dude! You brought up evidence and
It's hard to
convicted
believe
yourself!
That's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Hold on. When Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message with it, it was on the magazine shelf.
Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime.
After we started the investigation, yes.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does
My
it?
man's implicating himself.
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
No, it really fucking doesn't, my guy. There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun.
Yes.
I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you.
On the magazine shelf. I think
Exactly
I know.
When Ogre's body was discovered.
Nope.
Shoot!
Alright. I know what I need to do.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message.
It's the
When Ogre's body he was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying
Oh no. I need
It
to
was only
record
after
this.
The investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her. What's your problem?
On the magazine shelf?
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying when Ogre's body was discovered.
No, that's wrong.
Bonk. Got him. Figured it out.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby.
I gotta be honest, I'm a little stressed because so far this has been incredibly straightforward. I'm terrified about what kind of shit this thing might become.
That's where Kyoko found it. After we'd begun the investigation.
Precisely.
You weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way
He
you
just
could have
wasn't
seen it.
there. He was not in the room. He was never in
Tell
the
us the
room
truth, hero.
since we opened
When
the
did you
door.
see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it?
No, we're fucking not, dude.
All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
What the fuck does that saying mean? All you gotta do is read the Vienna Hero. What the fuck, my guy?
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
Same here, Hina. I don't... What?
Just trying
What do
to
you
confuse
mean?
us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
He's a sausage handler? Oh, it's Teddy. Oh, man.
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Hero. Buddy. Without a doubt? No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. The moment of truth.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. Show me the proof.
This should
Bam!
prove it.
There was no I actually just now made the connection. There was no blood on her
I'm
hands.
convinced that Sakura wrote that
I
dying
just
message.
made that connection. Oh my god. That's a good detail.
Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
I just now made that connection. Holy shit, that's good.
Say what?
Mm-hmm.
Then, who did write it?
My guess is Hero.
Hero could very well have written it himself.
I'm guessing it was
That
Hero.
would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Dude, it's looking so bad. You just implicated yourself on all of this, Hero. Hero, my guy, you implicated yourself on every level of this trial so far.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Oh.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
Huh?
Why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
Holy shit, he's just admitted it. You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, And so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
Holy shit.
And when I got there...
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple people to meet me as well. Hero, stop calling her ogre challenge. Call her by her fucking name, dude. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure. Thanks.
That's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening.
Oh shit.
Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that.
Oh, wait a minute. That might have just knocked her out, though.
Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something,
Hello.
I'd be caught and
Welcome.
executed.
Wait a minute, though. It's all pointing to Hiro having hit her with the bottle. But the bottle isn't what killed her.
So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
You left it on the
I
table?
believe you. You're the worst. I hope
Was I right? Wait a minute.
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
No. It's too
You're
easy.
not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura.
Hang on, Hina. Hang on.
We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
Yeah, me and Kyoko are on the
What are you
same
talking
page.
about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we
You
can't consider the
this
case closed.
What is it that Hiro said? What is it that Hiro did that doesn't make sense? What he would have to do after writing the message? Why the magazine was hidden?
That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Yeah. He wrote it on the magazine on the table. If Hiro's saying that he wrote the note on a magazine on the table, how did the magazine end up on the magazine rack?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
Really?
He's lying. He's gotta be lying.
No.
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
He's not lying.
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
No.
But then, who was it?
Hina was the only person who knew that Sakura was
If
in
they
the
went
rec
to
room other than the
trouble
other
of hiding
two.
the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Toko? There's only one choice.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right?
It had to be Toko.
Who else
No.
would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose
And if
name was
Makoto's
written
feet are
on
too
it?
big, I think that really does mean that the only person who could have left those footprints
Is he
would
right,
be
Toko?
Toko. Oh
Did
no!
you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. And now comes the Monokuma file.
Blast you!
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case
That's
ends.
not where the case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
Yeah,
Um,
because the bottle
what do you
only
want me
would
to
have
do?
knocked her out. He says she went limp. That's her going unconscious.
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer, and I have to prove that. Make your argument. Alright. Real quick. Status of the body. She vomited blood. And that's what killed her. Okay.
Want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before
Yep.
she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious Hiro really is the killer?
Wait a minute. But that's the end of the... What? 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 Hang on. Hang on. Something that proves that the wound's on her head. Yeah.
I didn't want to.
The
but
status of Sakura's
I
body.
did. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once.
Yeah, just once.
Nope.
Shoot!
Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. I think I'm overthinking it. I think I'm overthinking it. What? Okay. Hang on.
I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby.
Kyoko's examination summary.
You hit her from... And you only hit her...
Just once.
That's it. That was it. She was very clearly hit 2 times.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
2?
Yeah.
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used.
The chess pieces inside.
Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right?
But there's room for 6. Pawn,
and
rook,
we found
knight,
pieces of a
bishop,
bottle on the
king,
ground,
queen, king.
along with the chess piece it had inside.
Now she reveals the
That
chess
was
piece
the bottle
thing.
Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle.
But we're missing the
But
queen.
originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
The chess pieces. Correlation between the Monokuma bottles is becoming clear. That connection must be, it's the object that in the... Yeah, okay. Hangman's Gambit. Chess pieces. I need an E. Chess. Pieces. The chess piece. That's it. Yeah.
Now
Chess
I
piece.
understand.
Chess piece. Fuck yeah. Got it.
That's it. The chess pieces.
The chess pieces.
Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different.
Finally, Makoto puts it together.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
But that means we're missing
The piece
2.
that was
The
inside
knight
the
and the
broken bottle
queen.
we found was the knight.
The knight.
If I remember.
Yeah, look at that.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you?
Damn.
Let me explain. In chess, there are
There are
6
6
different
pieces.
pieces.
King,
The
queen,
king,
rook, knight,
the-
bishop, and pawn. Yes.
What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4.
Just those 4.
And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the
The
queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene.
One
One apparently
apparently
went
went
missing.
missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Dude, now is not the time to debate that.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean.
That's
So,
funny.
Let's say a bottle did go missing.
It's not that funny, but it's funny.
There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
Because of our experiment.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
The bottle that was missing. It was broken.
I got it. The bottle
It was
must have been
excited.
broken.
Bottle must have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We
Found
found
evidence
evidence
that
that
there was
shows
more than just one
there was more
broken
than
bottle
just
at the
one
scene.
broken bottle at
Yes,
the
there
scene.
it is.
What is this evidence?
It wasn't just a single broken bottle, and the evidence that proves that is Kyoko and I figured it out before. Monokuma bottle experiment.
I got it. Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment.
Ow! Why did I do that?
We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles.
Yes.
And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
And now it turns to looking bad on
So
Toko.
from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been used by some bowling aficionados.
I got it!
What the fuck?
The bottle that was removed
Bowling.
from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko?
Oh.
And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a
And
second
Byakuya
time,
wouldn't have put the magazine back upside down.
but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
Hang on, wait a second. Is it gonna go in the direction that all three of them attacked her in some way?
You killed her. I'm sure of it.
Hiro attacks her with a bottle, Toko attacks her with a bottle, and then Byakuya poisons her? Is that what's gonna happen? Or...
Seconds ago, you were claiming you
This is-
killed her.
Okay, yeah, here we're starting to get into some extra twists and
I'm not afraid to
turns.
admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
This is a murder trial, Hiro.
Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Oh?
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note.
Stop calling her Ogre.
I was kind of nervous.
That's not her name.
I went to the rec room early, you know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in.
Toko is the
When I
one
got
that hid in the
inside,
locker.
Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
I mean, that's actually kind of understandable.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come to...
Shut up, Togami.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
She was in the locker.
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need proof that shows Toko hiding in the rec room, and I have it. She left it there for anyone to find. You're adding more new elements on me? What is this? So far, you've probably been pressing the triangle button during your final strike without a second thought. But from now on, you're going to have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now you have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. You'll select it the same way you used during the non-stop debate. Also, like the debate, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, you'll have fewer bullets to choose from. But for educational purposes, we're gonna pretend you're set to mean regardless. Just this once, okay? By the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go you. Halfway? Well then, good luck and have fun. How is there still half a game left? We have 6 students left. What in the world is going on? The moment of truth. The things after this are longer.
It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No! That's enough. I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie. That's enough. That's enough.
Locker
Should
handprint.
prove it?
It's not like a few more trials, but there's a lot that has to be wrapped up or investigated that aren't just class trials.
Did you know
Got it.
someone left a handprint behind
I'm
on
just
the
like,
inside of the locker?
that. Whoa.
They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Your face right now kind of betrays something else.
Okay then, let's just compare it to yours.
No, it doesn't.
shall we? That'll clear everything up. Right.
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Miku's here. Miku.
She just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura.
We were just here with Hiro.
No, I swear there's no.
We were literally just here with Hiro. I think Byakuya poisoned her.
Straight up again.
right up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Probably.
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
Oh dear.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Oh,
Well,
damn.
that's awkward.
That's an understatement.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Yeah.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there
Oh.
was Sakura, covered
She
in
was awake.
blood and staring right at me.
Yeah. Confirming that Hiro did not
When
kill
I
her.
saw all that blood, I fainted.
Oh.
In front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
All right. Real quick, I gotta do a be right back. I gotta use the bathroom. I just drank this entire bottle of water. I gotta go real quick, so I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay. Whew. All right. Blah. All right. We're gonna return to the stream. I'm back. Let's get this over with. Her? You mean?
Guess who's back?
There she is.
It was your fault after all.
No.
Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Did she just arrive and then immediately throw Byakuya under the bus?
Answer the question.
Wait
Did
a
you
minute.
Kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
Damn.
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Oh, she wants to kill Byakuya.
Go away and die your meaningless death alone.
Damn,
Don't drag
dude.
me into it.
Damn, dude.
I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem!
She's right.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Yeah,
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But
true.
anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre.
Stop.
So that's good.
Stop calling her that, my guy. So that's good. Keep talking like that, and Hina's gonna...
That's that. Let's start the vote.
I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hiro on that one.
Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
Wait a minute.
No, not quite yet.
No.
Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't tell me.
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
We've got two stories right now, and neither of them explain her
Hiro's
vomiting
attack,
blood.
And then Toko's. But that
That still wasn't the end of it. It wasn't.
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
Alright. It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is... The examination summary and the status of the body, the yellow powder.
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was... I remember waking up right in front of the magazine.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma.
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Fuck! I let go of the button and the thing slid away. The status of Sakura's body. Let me make sure that this mentions... Yeah. She died in the chair.
And all of a sudden, I remember waking up right...
She died in the chair, so it's definitely that.
And where did the attack?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
No.
But that's not where she died. That explains the blood splatter on the floor over near the magazine shelf.
If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
She got up.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Hina, you saw her in the chair.
Sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should
Yeah,
think
there's the
same
blood
way.
splatter by the magazine shelf. So that is where she attacked Sakura. That has to be it. Evidence that proves the magazine shelf bloodstain. There's blood next to the magazines.
Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
And she must have moved the body after she killed her, right?
And as much as I hate to say it,
'Cause when I hit her, she was
now
sitting in the chair.
Hina is sort of in the
Come on now,
crossfire.
look at me. I can't carry anything heavier
She's
than
a-
my own. There's no way I can move a muscle-bound
way.
heavyweight like that.
She... Why would she?
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
No.
Plus, the biggest mystery of all,
The locked room. Yeah.
still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
No.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
No.
And while everything was
Nope.
all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker.
No.
No, I don't think that's possible.
It's not. There's no way Toko was hiding in the locker. I saw it for myself. The locker was open before we opened the door to the rec room.
Hina and I both got a look inside.
There it is. Through the window, we could see that the locker was open.
The locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
Sho doesn't know about the locked
You
room.
not know! You killed her!
They don't share memories. Toko might know about the locked room
I
thing.
don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much.
No.
You're lying.
No.
No, she's not.
I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
Why are you egging this on? And
But if Genocide Jill didn't
why
do
would
it,
he be egging it on
that
like
means
this if
Ogre
it wasn't?
didn't die from the
If it
shot
was
to the
him?
head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Maybe this isn't so important. If there's another possible explanation, maybe it's. Make your argument. Yellow powder, Aui's account. And Monokuma File 4. I mean, Monokuma File 4 states that she was vomiting blood. Right? There's evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted, but it seems at some point the victim suffered a violent vomiting of blood. The yellow powder was found on the instep of Sakura's foot. And Aui's account confirms that the notes had been written, and that all of them had been slid underneath the doors.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause that killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the shot to her.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
The file says there was something else.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
No.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified
Vomited blood. Exactly.
Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
Okay. She just went. Blah, 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 blah.
Are into dead bodies.
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
There it is.
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
Jesus Christ! Byakuya Togami, get your head out of your own ass challenge. Impossible.
You're making me go all weak in the
On.
knees.
Calm down.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible.
Yes, it is.
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
Okay.
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab
God damn
that
it.
houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C.
Yep.
In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
Yep.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on the same shelf as all the supplements, I'm positive. It was in Section A.
The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Huh? You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and...
Master!
Whoa! We were so shocked at what we were seeing, all we could do was stand there and watch. I told you out of pocket. Yeah, this is insane. I mean, the man, he's pretty certain he's right at least, because he's just like, this is a bottle of poison. Oh! Oops, hang on. My headphones left my head. This man is insane. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
That tastes awful.
God, that tastes like poison.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble!
No, Sho, calm down.
Water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
Everyone's fallen for it.
Flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
This poison fucking sucks. If you were trying to kill me with it, I would just laugh at you.
Huh? What are you talking about?
God, he's so out of pocket.
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
That's so fucking hilarious.
Protein?
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Hang on. This is how I imagine Byakuya passes the bottle to Kyoko. Ready? Yeah. He just fucking whips it at her. Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Huh?
Correct.
Correct.
There wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The bottles of poison was actually filled with protein powder. Which could mean that conversely, the poison must have been in... Could it be? That is so out of pocket for Byakuya, and I absolutely adore that. Protein drink. I need a tea. I need an N now. I need another D. There we go. D-R-I-N-K. Protein drink. Protein drink.
Now I understand.
Protein drink. I fucking love how out of pocket that was from Byakuya. That was great. Like, yep. I almost lost my headphones again.
Poison bottle.
Seems logical.
To assume the reverse is true, right?
Byakuya, do you want to try the protein bottle?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were
Sure.
stitched.
Gulp. Imagine he was wrong. That would be so funny. Hang on. No, I imagine it would be something like this. Hang on. It would be something like this. Well, naturally, here's the poison bottle I found. And if my suspicions are correct... See? Nothing Like, he would just instantly... I imagine... See? Just as I suspected. It was no... Cuts off mid-sentence. Just done. Imagine if he was wrong. God, that would be so sad. It's so funny. Holy shit, I'm a terrible person for thinking that would be hilarious. God, Byakuya kind of deserves it. Man's an asshole. That would be great.
So the protein was in the bottle of poison,
True.
and the poison
Yeah,
was in
just
the protein.
bet.
Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
and Sakura would have only drank something from someone she trusted.
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison
Oh
herself.
no, it was Hina, wasn't it? Let me get the scene.
I got it!
A protein drink.
You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
Sakura only would have had something to drink from someone she trusted, and the only person that went in contact with her who she trusted was Hina.
That's all
No.
it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember
Stop calling her that.
protein Stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
He's about to point the finger at her, isn't he?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
It has to be the footprints.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf.
Don't tell me it was Hina. It was Hina, wasn't it?
That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
No.
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me. The footprints. They're mine.
She's admitting to making the footprints, but I don't think she would have swapped the ingredients.
Hina?
I don't think she would have swapped the ingredients.
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Oh my god.
Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Oh my god.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Jesus. Sneakers, huh? Myself and Hina.
Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh.
Oh.
So Byakuya.
That explains why you were like, show me your feet, Makoto. Byakuya looked at the footprints, looked at Makoto, and went, show feet, Naegi. These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours? No! Let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong
Makoto.
to Makoto, that left only one.
Makoto, the feet pics are essential to the investigation. Basically. This is not the first time this is not the last. It is the first time, but not the last. That's incredible.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began.
As if she knew she was the one responsible for the killing. But did she
You were
switch
in
the
an awful
ingredients?
rush to get to the vote, weren't you?
She was like that last time too.
You've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
I can't believe that Hina would willingly poison
Well,
Sakura.
It's just the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice
Yeah.
about it when Hina handed her the concoction.
But does that mean Hina knew it was
Hina
poison?
used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
I still don't think it was her. Hina, is it
Did
true?
You really
Did you really kill Sakura?
kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt.
She was hurt.
She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the
Oh
chem
no,
lab,
she did do it.
occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her
Oh
the
no,
poison
she did
mixture.
do it.
And then she downed it all at once.
Oh no.
And then
Hold it.
Hold it.
I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you?
Wait a minute, Kyoko.
You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind.
Wait a minute.
Need words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them.
That only matters to you, Byakuya. That only matters to
Not a
you.
person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves.
No, that's how you feel. That's not how Hina feels. You've spent the last 3 chapters of this game making it clear that our priorities and our ideals are not the same.
Just like how
You
this girl
think that.
sacrificed Sakura
Hina
to save
doesn't.
herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
And now he's going
Don't
in really hard.
misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism, but there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
The locked
Are
room.
you talking about the locked room problem?
Yeah.
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Yeah.
Surely you're not. Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
I think maybe she didn't really intend to.
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit. Oh my god! It's another fucking twist in the
doesn't fit?
trial! There's another one!
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too
Yeah.
obvious. Too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
It does.
Hina,
Please.
I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
Byakuya Togami, shut your fucking mouth right
There's
now.
nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
Dropped it.
So then I moved to section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to section C to get the poison. Then moved to section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from section C to section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
But if that's true, isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events?
Yeah,
one more
the
time?
footprints go from the door to Section A.
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
I'm not a hamburger.
It's the same
Calm
thing
down.
no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. Make your argument. Footprints in the powder. Source of the powder. Chem lab shelf.
First, I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
Yes.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then
I moved from Section C
to Section A.
No.
The footprints don't tell that story. Big
You
brain!
went to get the poison from Section C. And
That's where you spilled the powder.
spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
Ooh.
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein.
Why
But
would
the
you go
footprints left at the scene were
like
not moving from
this?
Section C to Section A.
instead of this?
That contradicts what you just said.
What?
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that
That
can't be
can't
it.
be it.
Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left a footprint. If she was nervous enough to not realize she'd left a footprint, why would she purposefully move weirdly to disguise it?
Tina, what's the meaning of this?
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple.
She lied to us.
If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in.
And
you
went straight to Section A. Yeah.
So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only
I
involved
was
Section
right!
A.
I was right!
well, you see...
What the?
Byakuya, why are you getting
What
nervous?
the hell? What's going on here?
Did you miss something? Byakuya Togami, did you make a mistake?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
Oh shit.
New evidence? Impossible. There can't be.
Yes, there can. Boo-hoo-hoo, someone made a mistake. Yeah.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
Oh.
Did?
Oh, fuck. Byakuya, you're about to get roasted.
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me.
Oh?
I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Oh, she's roasting his ass.
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
She's fucking roasting his
I found
ass.
This.
I found this. A piece of
It
glass?
had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder.
Byakuya's kind of hot when he realizes he's wrong about something. It's the classic man gets flustered and trying to furiously deny it. Like, yeah, the classic cute guy gets flustered thing. I'm sure you see that all the time in me when you start flirting with me.
I couldn't have solved the mystery without you.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
See, I know you. Damn, Byakuya handed Kyoko the answer on accident?
What is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then.
Oh my god, this is incredible.
Makoto, why don't you explain it?
I'm not the one who figured it out! Wait a minute! Hang on!
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
That's the first time I've ever heard him stutter a syllable. If the shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. I think I remember now. I broke the rec room window with that same shade of blue.
It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window.
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must
Yeah.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according
According
to
to
what
what
Hina
Hina told us, where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hina told us, it should have been on section A of the shelf.
the bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet,
somehow
a piece of glass from the rec room
made its way into the
made its way
bottle
into the
that was supposedly on a different floor of the school.
Told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words,
When the locked room was unlocked.
There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And that would explain why the protein drink was put on top of the broken glass.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab.
And who went straight to the chem lab? Byakuya
Meanwhile,
Togami.
the protein can we found at the crime scene was
Oh my god, I was right. I was right in my prediction from last
in other
stream.
words, after Sakura died.
Oh my god.
Hold on, you're moving too fast.
Are we, Mr. Detective Boy?
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked?
Because it was on top of the glass, you
Already
dumb
know
shit.
She was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to
We
explain
do need to
that.
explain that.
But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can.
Yes.
After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Yes, it is, Togami.
Not at all. Just answer to the
No,
best
never
of your
mind.
ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah.
Me either.
Not me.
You weren't allowed in. Neither were you.
Yeah, me either.
Hino didn't do
Okay
that.
then,
That settles it.
That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene
After the room was open.
Oh, come on! How can you say that?
He's getting real
How
flustered.
do you know what I don't know?
Because you're only pretending not to know it. Because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can into the rec room after it was opened because it was on top of the broken glass. Hot? Yeah. Empty protein drink. I've got the bullet loaded. That's the one.
When it
Empty
comes
protein
to that
drink.
protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was it absolutely
Was not in there.
Someone planted it there after we got the...
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be.
It was in there before...
No, it fucking was not, Togami. Holy shit. Watching him freak out. Yes, it's hot, but it's also really cathartic for him being an asshole the entire game.
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Yes. It came from the window I broke to unlock the room.
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
He's losing it.
And this proves it.
He's losing it.
It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken.
Uh-huh.
So it had to be after we got into the room.
After. Yeah. Yeah.
I see. So that's your explanation.
That's a quick regaining of composure there, Byakuya.
Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would
explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
Meaning we absolutely for sure know it was planted there.
Hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched. And as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
That's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No,
That's not why.
The only explanation is
She drank it from its
original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Oh my god.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Okay.
Before we get to
Interesting.
that, we need to clarify one other thing.
Yes.
We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogami.
Stop calling her that.
What do you think, Makoto?
It wasn't Hina. The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. It had to have been Sakura.
I think it was Sakura herself.
Yeah.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just
Poisoned
herself?
herself.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying!
No, we're not.
Why? Why would you lie like that?
It's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. I just have to hit Hina with it, and I have to make her accept it. Another bullet time battle? Yeah.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong!
Final strike.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it.
Byakuya wasn't on the ropes because he did it. He just couldn't accept that he was wrong. That's fucking hilarious. I love that.
Sakura's foot had a certain
Hello.
yellow powder
Hi,
stuck
Jake.
to it?
Welcome to Chapter 4 trial of Danganronpa. Hello.
It did?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Sakura went to the chem lab, grabbed the poison, spilled a bottle on her own feet.
So the powder we found on Sakura.
Won't
What
be here
else
for
could it
long.
be but the powder
Super
from
Bowl
the
party.
chem lab?
Fair. That's part of why I did the stream so early. I'm just doing it today because I don't have the ability to do so tomorrow.
Wait. So, what was that powder doing?
Stop calling her ogre!
And it was only on her instep, right?
No, her instep.
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf
Wasn't Hina, but Sakura. Yes.
And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep.
Yeah.
Is there any problem with my thinking?
No.
Why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for
The
poison.
poison. After all, that's all the section contained.
No!
Yeah.
It was me! The poison!
Hina.
Because
No.
I killed her!
Hina.
No.
You didn't kill her. The one that killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison, the unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. It was Sakura.
The one who killed Sakura
Was Sakura herself. It was a suicide. Oh my god.
What?
What? Rich boy was wrong.
The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
Just select her sprite and just go wee.
I can't believe it either. Or
Rather,
I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up.
everything matches up.
Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life.
Yeah, because if there's no other way for the killer to get out of the rec room, no possible place for them to have hidden in there, no secret ways in or out, nothing like that, the only person who could have locked the room the way it was locked is the person that was in
That
there.
explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because of course, Sakura wanted to create the locked room.
The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina?
It was Hina that removed the bottle and got the protein drink instead.
You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead.
Sakura had told her.
And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up
No,
the
she
bottle,
didn't tell
right?
her.
I was too shocked to notice anything. And
Kyoko
Kyoko
was
was
busy
busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, she left.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it?
Oh!
Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
Yeah, they do.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room,
I got everyone. Ugh! Not calling her that. Oh, so she's dead, huh? Sakura's been killed. I see.
while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
There they were.
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's
enough,
over.
Hina.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right.
Oh?
We have to end this properly.
We have to vote. Finish the thought. Okay. Alright, so we've got slipping the notes under the doors. Byakuya saw the note. To Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. Toko enters the room and hides in the locker. You got it from the beginning when you played. Fair. I was very willing to just like completely look into the whole locked room mystery thing, and I also kind of was like, I think it's Byakuya, because it seemed like a complex thing, and Byakuya would definitely be the kind of person to set up a poisoning situation. Sakura gives him he gets the candy from Sakura. Blip blip. He's there. No, the knight first. He does that. He writes Toko's name there. She puts it on the shelf upside down, but only after she exits the locker. She gets up, the blood, sees that, faints. Sho comes out. Sho retaliates by grabbing the first thing she can, breaking the queen bottle, which then gets cleaned up. Act 5, Sakura sees all of that. That's her hand. Did I didn't miss anything back here, did I? No. Yeah. No, I've already got that. Yeah. Drinks the chemical. We find the room. We break in. Hina sees the bottle of poison, pockets it, and then dispenses that. I think I got this all in. I think I got this first try.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
Let's find out.
Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya.
Yes.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others.
Miku's sitting here being cute, which sucks because you need to figure out where your craft glue went. Oh no, Miku! Stop being a thing that stops productivity. Stop it. No, Miku. This trial almost made you cry. Welcome to the stream. Hi. Thanks for being here. I don't know why your chat message didn't pop up on my screen. I'm seeing it in the OBS thing. But it's not showing up in my actual chat box. That's weird. Hello. Welcome. This one hit me like a ton of bricks. This one was rough.
But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back
upside down. Yep. I've just been watching this comic play out because I think I nailed it first try.
Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out.
Mm-hmm.
And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and a chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon.
Yep.
But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath.
Oh, Sakura.
Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort...
Found your craft glue and Miku was clearly hiding it. Oh, she probably did. It was Hina who switched the bottle.
It was you, Hina.
Oh, Hina, I feel so bad for you. Poor Hina.
That's the full truth of the
Hina's
case.
going through a similar thing that Taka was going through after Mondo admitted to the Chihiro incident. Oh!
Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened?
That's what happened? Byakuya Togami is wrong for the first time in his life, and he's like...
But, Makoto, how did you...
How? And more importantly, how couldn't
How
I...
did you manage to...
I didn't...
How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Because you don't have feelings, Byakuya.
Huh?
Oh, well, I mean...
I mean,
I'm better.
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated.
The same man who's been going on and on for 2 chapters yapping about how our values are not the same, and you can't conclusively say that we wouldn't do anything because you don't know how I feel about it.
That's what you don't understand.
And that's why you couldn't solve this case. God damn, this is the roast of Byakuya Togami.
See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Ooh. Yeah, Byakuya. And that's it. And a token!
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What do we do about this?
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me.
Monokuma.
Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
What does this mean in this situation?
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna Wanna be.
The blackened killed themselves. Right? Yeah. She's already dead. You're not gonna execute a dead body, are you, Monokuma?
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire.
Okay, we're done here.
What did
So
you
that's
say?
the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What do you think?
And yet you... Why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the
I
one who
couldn't let her
died.
be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you were gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes.
What?
For serious? That's...
What is
You
this?
still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's... I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Sho had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me, I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness.
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't
my
forgive
closest friend got hurt. Sakura,
I.
because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked me to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't! Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to them.
But,
Talk about what?
listen,
Don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you... Hina, please, don't think of things like that. They are not my enemy.
They're friends.
Sakura really did not say, oh, the misery, every single person is my enemy. Byakuya Togami says that. Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet... You trampled all over her feelings. And you did the unthinkable. No, it was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's what her note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
why?
That's how far you pushed her. Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
Hina, you came. Wait right here, I'll help you out.
Hina.
Hina.
Huh?
Huh? I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
I'd like some protein. Could I ask you to? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder, and that's when I realized. I saw someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. By the time I got there, it was too late. Sakura!
Please.
I mean, please open the door.
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it, and that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Hina, we killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt while you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion of what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I knew she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words,
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
yes, indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But Hina already... Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby. This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
What? You lied to me? Oh, don't say lie. Makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a little bit. I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. I didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little... I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene. Cut.
And?
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna
I'm
do?
glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place? But isn't it just so unfortunate? It's so final. You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost to darkness. Excuse me, the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, geez. Talk about a buzzkill. All right, here we go. My good friend Hina, there is something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
Oh. It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
Damn. You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, Miku finally got up because Midi was screaming, "Aww!" She had to investigate. I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
That's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic? Or it's just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
God damn. I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with me just accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
Holy shit. I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told, and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
Whew. If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then
Holy
sacrificing
shit.
my own life could have no greater meaning.
Oh.
Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my
Oh,
most treasured
man.
friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting. Protect us.
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. And that's why she did what she did. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally,
Hina.
Hina, I I want to apologize to you especially.
God damn. The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry. But please, don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand while I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible.
Damn.
Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But...
This is... I didn't understand how she felt about it all. You're gonna start getting ready to come over? Awesome! Yay! I get to see you soon. I'm gonna need some hugs after this. This is a rough one. I thought we were close and still.
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all of her meddling was like totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one. She deserves all the blame. Everyone go blame her. Go ahead. She deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone. Huh? First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Huh? Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either. What? Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered. Because the one we need to destroy is you. Nobody else. What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember? Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that. Oh, lovely Black Byakuya. You understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I'm bowing out of the game. Holy shit! Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There's no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it. What's going on here? Now I have only one thing to look forward to. And that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Byakuya, does this mean? Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Wherever Master goes, I go. And if the Mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone.
Hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death has no meaning? How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
what the heck?
The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time!
What?
Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead! You're not gonna... Is it me? Oh, heavens no! Just because the Blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just summon whatever else doing I want. Didn't I tell you? I am very particular about the bear times one rule.
Listen up!
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste. So for my special punishment, I've prepared a special guest. A special guest?
Let's
Is he genuinely about to... Is he genuinely about to do what I think he's about? No! No! Oh no, he found him. No! Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. No! You suck, man! You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk!
Phew! That really took it out of me. Maybe I'll grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, broiled, give me a break. Color, smell, succulence, grilled is where it's at. I realize how dangerous it could be, but still I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. I might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid.
Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul. My disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you! That was my friend! How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball?
Shut the hell up! He wasn't just a laptop. He was my friend! And you killed him!
Is this what you call animism? Where a soul dwells within all things? Even, like, laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So you finally noticed him.
Actually...
Finally? No, I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with a laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all going to play out from the start.
What a bitch. What?
What are you thinking?
You knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data in the laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you. Maybe more like a reward, in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal. So I had to do a little, you know, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone.
Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at risk of his own life, and for that, he was killed.
Yes, the punishment time has made me feel 1,000,000,000 times better. Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower.
No. His death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Holy moly! You're super mad. Unreasonably upset. Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left on Sakura's note. Do I have your attention? Okay then, here we go. Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Whoopsie daisy, that was a close one! Another word and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so Book Club is dismissed for today.
You can't just stop at the most important bit.
It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you mad you don't even friggin' know, huh? That's the whole point, stupid! It's to get back at you for all you hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Like I'd ever let any of you greaseballs have it. But sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line in the note. And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard. No matter what. And that's seriously it. Huh. Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die? She'll fight you? Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well,
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know? And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about it. Long and hard. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of the school. The mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
ooh.
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body? That's right. The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? And if we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off and the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. Can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo,
So the class trial's over and Monokuma's gone.
but
So now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's get out of here. But I am... Hina must still feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. Whoa! Togami! Holy shit. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously? I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
sorry.
Okay. I see what you mean. Then... I'll... try. That totally wasn't normal, right? Did you just capture his flag?
No.
No! I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master! What are you talking about? That is absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right. I called you a sleazeball. 'Cause you are. Sleazeball. Apparently, you still have a death wish. Oh, more biting sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends.
No.
Hey, stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abuse give and take me. You deserve so much better, honey. I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well,
That's just how it is for now. We'll have to get through it. And so, Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us. God damn.
At the school as such, soon
Blah,
the
blah, blah, blah,
doors
blah. It's
will
the nighttime
open
announcement.
and sweet
Yep. Nighttime descended and pulled me along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep slumber, but the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. Wake up. Huh? The voice dragged me from deep slumber into hazy half-consciousness. My eyes were like lead.
Kyoko?
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
Ah! Ah! In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. Wait, but my door! It was unlocked. You are unbelievably careless. It was unlocked. Are you serious?
Hey.
Always. And you don't have to overact like that every time you're surprised. What time is it?
Correct.
3 o'clock. In the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m.? Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? It's so late. What happened?
Makoto.
I have a favor I need to ask. What's your favor?
So...
Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note? I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that. Okay, but how do you plan to do that? Then Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered, "The data center on the 4th floor." What?
Goodbye.
I'll meet you there. Without another word, she was gone. What the? Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. The data center? But I thought it was locked. Ooh. Now that we're past the trial, I know we're technically not done with Chapter 4. But this is where I'm going to go ahead and end my stream for the night. For the evening, night. Yeah, technically, sure. That was a doozy of a trial. Holy crap. Yeah, I don't have a lot of, like, closing remarks to say. I'm sort of going to wrap things up, like, quickly. That was nuts. God, I feel so bad for Alter Ego. That poor guy. Oh, man. Of course Monokuma wasn't going to let it go anything like that. Of course he wouldn't. I'm going to go ahead and save and power down my stream, but thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you have a good rest of your night, and I will be back. I'm taking a couple days. I'm not doing my normal schedule. I've got something tomorrow. I'm not streaming until Thursday, so Thursday evening I'm coming back with something new. So hopefully I'll see you then. Until that day comes, have a good rest of your night, and have a good start to your week.